Alright, here we are. A long overdue reptile room video. I really don't have an excuse because now I'm married. Just laziness. Before I start though, I wanted to thank the couple people that came up to me at the Nassau County Reptile Expo last Saturday and said they liked my channel, whether it be the reptiles, the wrestling, or some of the workout stuff. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, so let's really just dive into, if you're watching this, what you really want to see, which is the animals. You don't want to see me. So we can start with the bearded dragons. They're still here. You got Chubbs. You got Mr. Cuddles. They're doing fine. They're doing great. Eating away. They got their UVB. I added the Arcadia UVB lights to them. Oh, wait. Hold on. This is the newest monster. This is Fenrir. She is mighty fierce, and that's blue. And this is a monster. Don't let this cute little face fool you. She's a terror. Back to dragons. I added the Arcadia, the UVB. It's the Shade Dweller. I added it just for a little bit more UVB. They do have the sun glows on them as I get checked by a puppy. But they're doing great. They get their greens. They get their bearded dragon diet. They get their insects, whether it be dubias, butterworms, superworms, the occasional hornworm, and they're doing fantastic. Then over here, he's actually quiet. This is Tortobella. We thought Tortobella was a female. Turns out Tortobella is a male, but we didn't change the name. But here he comes right here. He's just a little mini bulldozer. He's on Missouri tortoise diet. His mixture of greens and fruits, and he's got one hell of a personality. He's started a new trend now where he likes to flip himself over. So occasionally I'll come in here in the morning and I'll find him flip over. So we're trying to figure out what's going on and why he's doing it. But he's doing nice and healthy. He's got his sun glow. He's in a nice big, I believe this is I want to say Penplex. I don't remember the brand, but it's 4 foot by a little bit bigger than 2 foot. He's got a nice little hide in here. This has a heat mat on it. He's got his heat lamp, so he's doing really well. He's got a nice big water dish. He's got his big food bowl, and he's doing good. And a nice sign that was gifted to me by a friend when I went to the White Plains Reptile Expo. I really dig this. In here, in the smaller, a little bit bigger than a 10-gallon tank, low. I believe these are Reptiles. We got Godzilla, and Godzilla will be getting a bigger tank. I have the space. I just haven't had a chance to get going on that just because of other stuff and having to get some other tanks for some other animals. But he's doing fantastic. He's got UVB during the day. He's got his heat pad, mix of crickets, the occasional pinky, dubias, superworms, the whole 9 yards. He's doing great. Next to Godzilla is Pineapple. I want to say it's definitely an albino. I don't know if it is a pineapple morph or whatever. He is massive, or she, I don't know. Literally a garbage disposal. And sprayed every day, heat pad, doing fantastic. Pineapple was a rescue from Petco. They literally put him up for adoption. And I got the phone call and I came in and I rescued him. Over here is another rescue. This is Noodle, the rosy boa. He's or she, we're not sure on the sex. Doing well, eating occasionally, kind of going on a little bit of an off feed. I think the cold kind of got him going into almost like a Burmation as the dogs decide to have fun during the video. Thank you guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me get rid of the peanut gallery here. Look at this. There we go. This is what we deal with. Yes, thank you guys. Here, go get it. Okay. Shut the door and then they're gonna bark. That's great. Noodle is in a 20 long Thrive. These tanks are Thrive. This is like PetSmart's brand, kind of like their version of Exoterra or Reptizoo. They're decent tanks. That's equivalent to a 20 long. You know what? We'll start at the bottom. In here is my male ball python. He is a Mojave morph. This is Jormungandr, or Norm, as my wife likes to call him. He's doing really well. He's getting nice and big. He pretty much would be ready to breed if I chose to breed him, but I don't have any plans to breed. But he's doing fantastic. He's got his heat pad. He's got himself a little bit of a cork bark, and he's doing a grand old time in his tank, eating like a pig, pounding small to medium rats about once every 2 weeks, give or take. Then in here, we got a really cool. I just use this because she can be a little snippy. Let's see if we can find her. It's up. We can see some movement. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Take her out so everyone can. Oh, come on, get off the little. I know. So, this right here is V. She is a rough-scaled sand boa. Very cool snake. Very cool. I prefer these guys over the Kenyan sand boas. I just think they're a little bit more. One, they're a little bit more unique. They're not as common, and they just look a little bit more, I guess, menacing, cooler. They have these, they're called rough scale sand boas. They have like these keeled S-type scales. The reason why I do use the hook with her, like I said, she's a sand boa, and they have a reputation of being a little snippy. And now, being a sand boa, she doesn't necessarily burrow in sand. This is a mix of cypress mulch, leaf litter, a little bit of sand. There's a heat pad and UVB, and doing really well. Pounding frozen live. Everyone besides the ball pythons are on either frozen or live. I try to feed frozen, but some snakes, ball pythons in particular, can be very, very picky. Then next to the little V is our Christmas locality. Come on, buddy. You're gonna be a little snippy too. Gray banded king snake, actually a female. I know that because when I got her from the guy that was selling her, he was the only one. This is Arbok. Put this over here. And she's doing really well and getting pretty chunky and big, which is fantastic. One of the most, in my opinion, one of the more beautiful snakes, just naturally occurring colors. The copper oranges, the steel grays, and the blacks. This locality, they don't have the solid bands, whereas you would see in like different localities of the gray banded. This is the Christmas Mountain locality. Don't ask me where that is, but it's just a different pattern. So you can see there's more breaks in the bands and a little bit darker orange and coppery. You can definitely see it up here. It's not as solid, whereas you can see other gray banded king snakes have a really solid pattern. Just a natural occurring morph, I guess you could say, or color variation in the wild. Then up here is our rescue. This is Mushu. We're not sure how old Mushu is. I was told about 25. This is our Mushu. This is the Chinese box turtle that I rescued from a gentleman. His son had him, like I said, roughly about 25 years. I want to say it's a female. I don't know. You can see the little bit of an overgrown on the beak, but we're trying to get that trimmed down. There was a cuddle bone in here, but she's doing really well. Eats like a pig. The wife calls her grandma because she was kind of like an old lady. But yeah, I mean, kind of cool. You don't really see Chinese box turtles that often, especially in like regular pet trays, mainly tortoises or your sliders or stuff. So this was kind of cool. Very personable, funny little personality. She's doing really well. And yeah, like I said, just spray her down every day. She's got her UVB. She's got a heat pad as well, and she's doing really well. Then up in here is one of our newer additions. And I see she's kind of moved. Oh, okay. Let's see what kind of mood you're going to be in today, sweetheart. All right. Okay. Okay. Come on. Somebody doesn't want to be on camera. Come on. Oh, boy. They say never work with children and animals, right? I should know this. I'm a child and I'm an animal. Now, come on, sweetheart. Let's see if we can get you. People want to see you. Oh, where'd you go? There you are. Come on. Oh, boy. This is going to look great on camera. Big dumb idiot tried to catch lizard out of the tank. There we go. Okay. We're okay. No biting today, okay? We're good. This is Freya. Oh, no biting. Come on, come on, come on. Relax, relax, relax. There we go. We're going to keep her, we're going to try to not hold her. This is Freya. You can see she's starting to shed. You can see all the sheds coming off her right now. So you actually can see that fire. Okay, sweetheart. Okay. She's a fire skink, African fire skink. You can see why they call them fire skink. You can see those really bright reds coming in. We haven't really had a chance to work with her much. You know, she's the newest one. She is very flighty, but she's a fantastic animal. Cool, cool, cool skink. It's my wife's baby. So if you question why is she so skittish, blame the wife. But super cool animal. You know, if you're looking for something like a blue-tongued skink, you don't have the room, you know, definitely they do calm down with handling. She's hit or miss. Like I said, I haven't had much time to work with her and get her used to being handled, but in time they can be very handleable. And then moving on to another skink that now I have to find. There he is. This is, I want to say, oh, come on, another one of the larger varieties of skinks. Come on, buddy. There we go. This is Pasquale. He is a Schneider skink. He is the one that started my wife's love of skinks. He's, you know, skinks are very personable. Again, another beautiful animal. I mean, look at the oranges and the grays. He's super cool. And again, you can see the difference now. Well, Pasquale we've had for a while, and we've been working with him. He's hand fed on tongues. As I say that, he's like, I'm going to go back to my house now. But you can see as I'm working with him, I'm not restraining him. I'm just letting him go through my hands. And then when he calms down, you just slowly desensitize him to know that nothing, you know, he's not in danger. He's not going to be eaten as he goes up my arm. Come on, buddy. But another cool skink, and very personable, very easy to take care of. These are 24 by 18 by 12s. This is a Reptile. This is a Reptile. This is a Zoo Med. Heat, UVB, heat pad, very simple. The fire skink, you know, you spray her down once or twice a day and you're good to go. Super cool. Pasquale will get chicken cat pate, a very all-natural, no preservatives, no added. Like, you got to be very careful, grain-free. He also is a big insectivore, crickets, dubias, superworms. Same thing with Freya. We haven't tried the cat food. Both of them will take the occasional pinky mouse here and there. Then we move on. Okay, of course, he's hiding too. And he just, yep. Okay, there he is. Come on, buddy. You gonna come out for me today and get nice and easy? There we go. Come on. All right, this right here, probably one of the coolest lizards I own. I've worked with him very, very, very much. This is Odin. He is a male jeweled lacerta. Excuse me. Super, super cool animal. I mean, very, very, very underrated in my opinion. Personable like a monitor, smart like a monitor, personality and looks-wise like a monitor or a tegu, appetite like a monitor or a tegu. And in my opinion, I mean, you're looking at pretty much a full-grown animal. He's not going to get much bigger, maybe a little bit bigger, mostly tail. But super, super beautiful animal, super personable. And I know he's a male because male jeweled lacertas are sexually dimorphic. And what I mean by that is the heads of the jeweled lacerta males have those big buffy heads. And you can see he's got a big chunky head on him. Again, you know, he's like, if I just put him down, he'll just chill and he'll do his thing. You can see the blues and the greens in him. That's why they're called jeweled lacertas. Very underrated lizard. Like I say, if you don't have the room, or you don't have the space, or whatever it is, if you don't have the time to really invest in a large monitor, or you can't give something like a large monitor or tegu the room, and you can't afford one of the dwarf monitors, like an Aki, or Pilbara, or Kimrock, right here. I mean, you can see now he's calmed down after he got, you know, his little zoomies out. Super cool lizard. He eats a mixture of insects, mice, raw chicken, ground chicken. He'll eat a little bit of fruit, a little bit of rapashi every now and then. Basically, very, very similar diet to a tegu almost. Where they come from is like Greece, northern Italy type area, so they don't need it super duper hot. He's in a very interesting cage. I don't know the design of this cage. But it's almost like a 50 gallon. It's like a 30 by 20 by 18. It's basically like 6 inches. It's 6 inches shorter than a 40 breeder. So it's some weird measurements. It's perfect for him. He's got his place to climb and do his thing. And he's awesome. And he's one of the favorites when people come and want to hold somebody that's kind of a little, you know, they don't want to hold the bearded dragon. You got him, and very much same personality. Then in here, Frogman Jones, my wife's tree frog. Nice big tank. This is a Pauldarium tank. Obviously, it's not a Pauldarium. Plenty of height for him. Nice little basking area. UVB. He's on a low wattage heat bulb. Keeps it in that basking spot about 82. Not that he needs it, but in the room. But I like to give it to him so if he wants to get a little warmer. And fantastic frog. Believe Frogman is not a frog. It's not a man. I believe it's a female. So I don't hear any croaking or anything, but I don't know for sure. But sprayed down twice a day. Crickets, pinkies, superworms, you name it. She's getting it down and doing fantastic. Another rescue. Again, Petco. You know, sat there for a long time. I got the phone call and I came and rescued her. Then over here, we have Littlefoot, our crested gecko. And Littlefoot was given to us by a friend that had 2 crested geckos. And their 2 crested geckos had a baby, and that little baby was Littlefoot. And we've had Littlefoot now for a while. You know, he's got a nice little cream color, basically a regular morph, not regular, you know, normal crested gecko. I've been trying to work with him. Usually he's pretty flighty and wanting to fly the coop. As he does his little, let's see if we can get a little jumpies. Come on, buddy. There we go. Another Pauldarium. Big, beautiful tank. Plenty of branches and hides. He can get behind his plant. He's got a nice little hide log. We got his crested gecko little shell for his water. Spray him down. He drinks off the sides of the glass. I don't really leave him water. He usually defecates in it. But we spray him down once in the morning, once at night. And he's licking the water off the glass. And he's doing pretty good. We will just move the chair. In here is the, I guess, you know, I wouldn't say it's the favorite. I don't really have a favorite, but the crown jewel, I guess you could say. The snake that I've always wanted, the snake I fell in love with when I first started going to expos, and I think they're beautiful. This is Ekans. This is my blue-eyed leucistic female ball python, and she's my baby. I love all these reptiles, but like, you know, if for some reason somebody said, hey, you have to get rid of all of them, you can only keep one, it would be a hard sell, but it would probably be her, because this was one of those animals that you see as a kid, and, you know, at the time the price was pretty crazy. You know, I would say a few thousands of dollars, and, you know, it's one of those things you're like, I really want one, I want one, I want one. And the fact that here I am holding her, and I've had her for close to 3 years now, it's just a cool thing, you know. And I love ball pythons. I've always loved ball pythons. I got Jormungandr. He's a Mojave bred to Mojave. You will create, you know, possibly getting yourself a blue-eyed leucistic. That was originally my idea, but I do love the Mojave morphs too. Nowadays, there's so many different types of morphs. I go to the expo and it's, you know, pastel, enchi, fire, cinnamon. It's crazy. I'm not big into the morphs like that. Like you know, but to me, you know, the classics, the pastels, the Mojaves, the pied balls, the albinos, the blue-eyed leucistics. That's where it's at for me. As far as getting more ball pythons, I don't think it'll be something that will be happening unless somebody, you know, needs them rehomed or what have you. Come on, sweetheart. More to show. She's in the same size tank as the bearded dragons. Doing really well. No complaints, you know, eats, again, just like Jormungandr. You know, she gets that. Yes, hi. Small to medium rats every 2 weeks, roughly. Down here, he's hiding in his house. Let's see if we can get him out. This is another rescue. This is Rupert, the razorback musk turtle, who was he was given to me in a cooking pot. Somebody just dropped him off, and yeah, he's in a 20 long. He's got his filter, his heater. He's got plenty of places to get out of the water. For some reason, he doesn't. They're not like red ear sliders. These guys walk along the bottom, spend most of their lives in the water, very rarely coming out. And and he's doing really well. He eats, he gets his diet of red shrimp. We have him a traditional aquatic turtle diet. You can only just see his back, and I don't feel like getting my hands wet, especially with my new tattoo. Last thing I need to do is get an infection. He's got a couple fish in there to kind of clean up the bottom of the tank, and yeah, he's doing well, man. I don't like water with animals because it's a pain in the ass, but this is what we got. Then, right over here is the newest addition to the room in terms of the newest animal. It's not a rescue. This is Fafnir. It is a crocodile gecko that I got at the Nassau County Reptile Expo. Super cool gecko. I mean, I just think they look intense. It's an oddball gecko. It's not a popular animal. It's not something you're going to see any morphs of. No one really breeds them to my knowledge. I'm sure somebody does. Thank you, Blue. Hi, yes. He's in a 18 by 12 Repti Zoo. He's got a 5-watt bulb. He's got a UVB. He's got some rocks. He's got a hide. Very basic setup. Nice layer of mulch with some leaf litter. There are isopods with Littlefoot the crested gecko. Frogman's got isopods. Pineapple's got them. Mushu has them. Tortobella has them. Just trying to make my life a little bit easier and a little bioactive. That's why you'll see some of the leaf litter. The snakes have the leaf litter just to kind of give that aesthetic, and also give them a little bit more enrichment. And then finally, the last please don't take the cord. Jesus, what is wrong with you? Finally, the last animal and the last rescue. This is Diablo, the snow corn snake, and he's one of the favorites. He's definitely an older snake. When I rescued him, he was full grown, and he's doing really well. He's doing his thing, and yeah, he's having a grand old time. So we're gonna check on his tank when we turn the video off, because I think somebody's pad may be having an issue. But that's it. That's the reptile room. Try to bang them out more. And yeah, any questions, hit me up. Again, thank you to everyone that came to the Nassau County Reptile Expo and came up to me and said hello. I appreciate it. I'm humbled by it. Even though I do the professional wrestling thing independently, just the fact that people in that community know me because of the reptiles is a cool thing, because when the wrestling is over, this is going to be what I want to do, whether it be breeding some animals or just doing the rescuing thing. So I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.